and I'm going to be showing more uh, proof that June 11th, there's going to be a spectacular event in the state of Washington. Most likely, Seattle's going to be ground zero, but it's going to affect that whole area, like basically all of the west side, anywhere near the water. Get out of Washington State before June 11th, okay? Especially the west northwest side. Get out, all right? Anyway, so in this very beginning, I'm going to be laying the groundwork for the new info. So make sure you watch the whole video. That way you can see how it all connects. And it's without a shadow of a doubt, folks. This is what I'm trying to make you understand. This is biblical, man. This is the beast out of the sea revelation playing out, okay? That's going to be playing out on June 11th in Washington State, okay? Anyway, so let's get started. And if you see anyone, make sure you thumb up the video and make sure you comment after this video is loaded too. So make sure you comment under the comment section and make sure you thumb up the video, okay? And make sure you watch the whole video. This is new, so just because you see a few things that you've seen, like I said, I'm putting it all together, okay? Okay, here we go. So let's get started here. Like I said, be patient and watch the whole video, okay? So remember, I told you 100 times that Elvis had an identical twin named Jesse, and that's how he spelled it, okay? And on his gravestone, that's how it's spelled. And Jesse supposedly died at birth, right? And the Elvis and his identical twin Jesse were born in Tupelo, Mississippi. And this, first of all, everything is loaded. Even the Mississippi's loaded with codes, but Tupelo is especially coded because, look, Tupelo, if you break down the word, believe me, folks, it's going to get good, the video. Just watch. So Tupelo broken down, this is what it's saying. Okay, this is purposely chosen for Elvis and his identical twin, okay, for them to be born there. Okay, so two stands for two. Get it? Like two. 2P. You'll understand what this is about in a minute because P is the 16th letter. 2 16s. El means God in Hebrew, and the O is a crown. Okay, now, so basically it's telling you the 216 or 16-2. And what does that mean? This is what it means. So, because it's my two predictions, right? That there's going to be a spectacular event in Seattle, Washington State, all of King County. Get out of that whole Washington State. So 16-2, 216, what does that mean? Because my other prediction is Ohio, August 4th, which is the 216th day. So remember, I was showing you the 216s, the two Ps, 2PELO, right? 216. There's your 216 right there. Look, June 11th is 16-2. August 4th is the 216th day, 216, okay? That's my two predictions right there. And if you think that's a coincidence, because, Trump's going to get his head win on August 4th, which happens to be Obama's birthday, and June 11th, right? And it's the 16-2, 216, right? And like I said, if you think these are coincidences, remember that Elvis and his identical twin, they were both born on 1/8, okay? And if you write out 1/8 twice, because there was two of them born, 1/8, 1/8, makes 216. And if you say the date backwards, like they say in the UK, it's 8181 is 16-2. So there's your August 4th and June 11th again, okay? And I could show you another 20 of connections to this, but I'm not going to do that. If you see my other videos, you know I've shown it. And the words identical twins, just those two words, identical twins, equals 162 forward, 216 backwards. Okay, in gematria. Look at that. 162, 216. And that's June 11th and August 4th, my two predictions. It's right in your face, okay? Now, and by the way, I know on a leap year, it's the 163rd day, the June 11th. Don't worry about that. It connects to both 162 and 163. Okay, you'll understand. Okay, because it's all about getting rid of the twin. Okay, you'll see what I'm saying. So Elvis and Jesse, the identical twins, were born in Tupelo, the two, right? And two sounds like, maybe Tuesday, and then you have the two, right? TWO. So it's Tuesday or you know what I mean? Tupelo, Tuesday, two, get it? Okay, and why am I showing that? Because see, the Seattle event is going to happen on June 11th, 2024, and that's a Tuesday, okay? And you'll see how it all connects later, like I said. But why am I showing this right now, okay? Like I said, this looks like it's the same video, but it's not. I'm going to show you a bunch of new info. Just hold on. So the 611 this year's 611 event is going to happen on Tuesday, okay? And why is this Tuesday so important? Because Tuesday is, and when you put it into the gematria calculator, it equals 95 forward, 94 backwards. It's the 95, 94. And why is that important? Okay, because see, MLK, Martin Luther King, he was killed, okay, on the date 4/4. And remember, Elvis was known as the King. Martin Luther King was killed in Memphis, Tennessee, where Elvis lived and died. So the Elvis the King had the king whacked. Whether he died or not, it doesn't matter. The point is, it was a ritual. So he had the king whacked in Memphis, Tennessee, where Elvis lived and died, and Elvis is known as the king. And now Seattle is in King County, and that King County is named after Martin Luther King. And what do you think they're going to do to it? They're going to destroy the kingdom. Get it? The king, and that's why you had the kingdom collapse. I mean kingdom demolition years ago. But forget about that. So Martin Luther King was born on he died on the 94, 95 day of the year. Okay? When he died on the 4/4. It was a leap year, so it was the 95th day. And I just got finished showing you Tuesday was 95, 94, right? Okay? And you'll see how it's important in a moment. And like I said, and MLK, he turns 95 years old this year. He turned 95 on January 15th. So there's another connection, because remember, he died on the 95th day, 94, 95, but it was leap year. Okay? And he turned 95 this year, so that's another connection. That's why it has to happen this year. See? And look at this. From April 4th to Elvis's birthday is 9 months, 4 days, or 9 months, 5 days. You see that? What I'm showing you? Because I told you MLK was killed on the 94, 95 day. From MLK's death date to Elvis's birthday is 9 months, 4 days, 9 months, 5 days, okay? And that's my birthday, 9/4. September 4th, and I was born on leap year, so it landed on the September 5th day. Okay, that's why I'm the 9495. That's what I'm trying to make you understand here. Okay, now January 8th, its twin date is April 11th. What do I mean by twin? Because in gematria, this is the only date that equals the same as January 8th. January 8th equals April 11th, okay? And notice what happens when you put a crown on it. Look at this. So if you put a crown on January 8th and April 11th, see, the O is a crown. So if you put it, why is it not focusing? So when you put a crown on January 8th and April 11th, look what happens. You get 162 forward, 216 backwards. June 11th, August 4th, you see? When you put the crown, okay? But remember, January 8th equals the same as April 11th. That's its twin number. And that's why they have to get rid of the twin, because look, from Elvis's birthday to 4/11 on a leap year is 94, 95 days. You see that? So from Elvis's birthday to 4/11, remember January 8th equals April 11th. Okay? Just like I showed you earlier. I mean, just like, forget about what I just said. But look, January 8th equals April 11th. And from Elvis's birthday, January 8th to April 11th is 94, 95 days. Now look at this. From April 11th, because January 8th equals April 11th, to MLK's birthday is 9 months, 4 days, or 9 months, 5 days. Are you looking at what I'm showing you, man? Look, let me repeat again. From because January 8th equals April 11th. It's its twin date in gematria. It's same numbers. From Elvis's birthday to April 11th, because remember it equals the same, is 94, 95 days. Then from April 11th to MLK's birthday is 9 months, 4 days, 9 months, 5 days. So it's again 94, 95 connection, right? And from MLK's death date, okay, this is MLK's death date. So from the first of the year to 4/4 is 94, 95 days. Then from MLK's death date to Elvis's birthday is 9 months, 4 days, 9 months, 5 days. You see what I'm saying? It's perfect. You can't make this stuff up, man. It's all connected. There it is, right in front of your eyes. And I told you, MLK, if he was alive, he'd be 95 years old right now. Okay? And I told you it all connects to me because this is my birthday right here. 9495. September 4th, September 5th. And it's the 247th day or 248th day on a leap year. So it connects to the 9594 because I was born on leap year, right? And notice that it connects to the 247, right? Look, MLK's birthday, 115. The first prime number is 2. The 15th prime number is 47. You see that? It's the 247. Again, connecting to what I just showed you here. 9/4 being the 247th day of the year on a regular year. And if you think that's a coincidence, what year are we in right now? America's current age is 247 years old, and it's going to be 248 in a month after June 11th. You know what I mean? Like a little less than a month after June 11th. Okay? So it's in between my birthday date, you understand? And all the 94, 95 stuff. Do you get it? 247, 248 is 9495. And that's what we're in, America's age right now. Okay? It has to happen. And what happened from Elvis's birthday going forward 247, 248 days? Look, 9/11. Because it happened on a regular year, right? 9/11. So that would be the 247 days in between. So that's my birthday again, 247, 248 days. Okay. So now let me just real quick. So what all this was confusing, folks, you listen, if you were on this side trying to explain it, it would make burst. I'm trying to make you understand. It's so difficult to explain. All right. I have it all in my head, but to put it out there is the hard part, okay? And and trying to make you understand is it's getting rid of its twin. Because uh uh Elvis's identical twin was either killed at birth or sacrificed or whatever, or died, whatever it did, it died at birth, okay? So Trump is the replacement twin, okay? He's he's the one that takes over for the twin, but he's not the twin. That's what it means, okay? It's basically trying to give you a hierarchy. So Elvis is at the top, Trump is second, then, whoever the third one's going to be, most likely Obama, as the third wheel to this charade. he's definitely connected big time to this. And so you have, so they're trying to get rid of the twin. That's why when you see January 8th equaling April 11th in gematria, that's what it's doing. It's showing you that the 90, it's 94, 95 days in between January 8th and April 11th. So they're getting rid of the twin, the 94, 95. Okay, because that's how many days is in between it, you know? And and Martin Luther King's birthday is the same amount of days from Elvis's, listen to this, from the first of the year to Elvis's birthday is 7 or 8 days because he's born on the eighth day. So from the first of the year to Elvis's birthday is 7 or 8 days, depending on if you add the day or not. So if you add the day, it's 8 days. But from Elvis's birthday to MLK's birthday on 115, it's 7 or 8 days. That's why it all matches up, everything. You know, it's because he was killed on 4/4. 4/4 is 4/11. From the first, you understand? From Elvis's birthday to 4/11 would be the same as from the first of the year to 4/4. That's why it's all connecting, you know, because they purposely had to do it like that, you know. Anyway, so let's keep going, and you'll see it's going to get more. I have much more to show. All right. And by the way, this is only like a quarter of the info like I'm going to be showing. There's much, much more. So let's get back to the Tupelo thing real quick. So I told you the Tupelo Tuesday thing, right? And I told you that Tuesday it equaled 95, 94. Seattle event's going to be on a Tuesday. June 11, 2024 is Tuesday, right? And so check this out. Remember, we're talking about all the 95 connections. Look, Elvis, his name equals 67 forward, 68 backwards. If you took 95 plus 67, it equals 162. 95 plus 68 equals 163. So you're using Elvis's name with the 95 because, remember, MLK turned 95 this year, and I told you the 95 is the leap year connection, and we're in leap year. And from the first of the year to 6/11, on a leap year is 162, 163. See, it's 162, 163 connecting to the 95 and the Elvis's name, 67, 68. Okay. All right. And now, if you were to add, remember Tuesday equaled 95, 94, right? The word. If you put Elvis and Tuesday, there you go. You get 162 forward, 162 backwards. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. On a leap year, it's the 163rd, but it still connects to the 162 because if you don't add the day, but up to that day, it's 162 days. I told you it's all about getting rid of the twin number, okay? They're getting rid of the 163 connection to the 162. Anyway, and look at this. The prime number, the 162nd prime number, look, it's 9-5 with a 3. And I told you the 3 is a crown, just like the letter O. See the W? It looks like a 3. That's why George W. was the 9/11 president. And that's why Washington starts with a W. It's a crown. So you have the 3 right here, and then the 95. You get it? The 162nd prime is 953. 95 with a crown. Are you understanding that? And, if you think these are just coincidences, look at this. The Space Needle is going to turn 62 years old in a few days. The Space Needle in Seattle. And Elvis was the first famous person to have anything to do with the Space Needle when he made a movie called It Happened at the World's Fair as soon as it opened back in the early 60s. Space Needle opened in 1962 on 4/21. Look at that, 42. Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington is the 42nd state. Then you have the 162 because it was 4/21/62 when it opened. And look, it's going to be 62 years old. And look, from 6/2, the date to my birthday, 9/4, is 94, 95 days. Are you seeing what I'm showing you? Because it's connecting to the 94. 9/4, do you see it? All right, now let's hold on before I go to the next one. I just want to make sure you understood. Is anyone not following? Because if you're not following, that means you probably came in the middle of the chat. All right. So make sure. Listen. Yeah. Listen, folks. It's like I said. I could show so much more. Wait till you see the future videos. It's going to get even more crazier, but on a different, not this particular topic. I'm not topic. I mean, this particular number connection. But anyway, so let me just keep going, man. All right. So the 95 is, you'll see how it all, why the 95 is being chosen. You'll see in a moment. Besides everything I just showed, there's more. And you know that 95, it's the same numbers as 59, right? And the word dragon equals 59, and we're in the year of the dragon. And if you just put year of the dragon, not the year, but just year of the dragon, it equals 162. But the word dragon equals 59. And remember, we're talking about the 95 connection, 94, 95. 59 is 95, backwards, And I told you that Trump's going to get his head wound on the 216th day of the year, but it's going to be a leap year, 217, but it still connects. Look, 59%. It has the 59% and the 59%, you see, for 216, 217. And look, if you add the date from the first of the year to 8-4 is 9 and 5. Look, 1-8 is 9, 1-4 is 5. And he's going to get his head wound on leap year, like I said. But it still connects to 216 and 217, because if you don't add the days, 216 days. Anyway, that's Obama's birthday, but Trump is the one who gets the head wound. And look, it's 59%, 9-5 backwards. You understand? All right. And if you still think these are coincidences, remember, I told you that's Obama's birthday. And what happened on Obama's birthday on August 4th, 2020? The Beirut explosion. And who was born in Beirut? Me. And guess how old I am? 59 right now. I'll be 60 in September, but I'm 59 right now. When my predictions happen, I'm going to be 59. And Obama was 59 years old when that Beirut explosion happened. You see that? And that's the day Trump's going to get his head wound on Obama's birthday. That was the biggest explosion we'd ever seen in real life. Okay? You think that's a coincidence that he was 59 years old at the time? Come on. And Trump's going to get his head wound that day, right? And look, the word head wound equals 95. You just add up the letters. H is the 8th letter, E is the 5th letter, A is the 1st letter, D is the 4th letter, W is the 23rd, and so on. You just add up for what it is alphabetically, numerically. Head wound equals 95. And, I told you that 9-5 is the 5-9 backwards, right? If you add those two together, 95 and 59, you get 154. The Antichrist equals 154. You see? It's perfect. But that's no big deal. But see, this is not a coincidence. Where am I telling you the two states are going to be? Where is it? It's in Washington, the Seattle event, and Ohio. I don't know what city it's going to happen in, but I know it's going to connect somehow, because every number in the area codes and the zip codes connect to Trump in Ohio. And Ohio's a 17, Washington's a 42nd, 59. You see? And Ohio's a 17th state, 17th prime number is 59. Listen, folks, I'm just trying to show you all the crazy connections. And look, if you still think those are coincidences, what about this? Elvis was born in the year 35. In the year 59, he was 24. And what year are we in right now? 24. And 59, 5-9 connecting to the 2-4. Then when he turned 59, it was in the year 9-4. You see that? So it's the 9-4 connection, see? And the 9-5 backwards with the 24 and the 59. Yeah, I'm just, look, man, I don't know how to explain, because look, 35 plus 59 is 94. Same thing. And if you still think that's a coincidence, what about this? See the word twin? The word twin, because Elvis was an identical twin, right? Twin, look at the bottom total, 8766. When Elvis turned 24 in 1959, remember the 95 backwards, the 59, look at that, 8,766 days is 24 years exactly, that amount of days. If you don't add the day up to that day, look, 8766. So twin with the 59 and the 24. And who's 59 right now in the year 24? Me. You know what I mean? And the 95 is backwards, is MLK. MLK is 95. And look, Elvis was born on 1/8, the year 35. Look at this, 1,835 days, depending on what year and what month you use, is 5 years, 9 days. 1,835 days is 5 years, 9 days. You see that? So it connects to the 9559 again to Elvis's birthday. And as far as the lowest percentage, the 9.59, look at that, is 35 days. Look, Elvis was born on 1/8, 1935, right? Look at that, 1/8 to 2/11, which is Washington's original birthday, which is the 42nd day of the year. And Washington State is the 42nd state. Elvis died at the age of 42. Okay? Elvis died at the age of 42. And this is the 42nd day of the year. And that's why the Super Bowl was this year on the 42nd day of the year, right? And 1/8, and he was born on 1/8/35. Look, 1/8, 35 days later is 9.59. So it's 9.5 forward and 59, or 9.5 backwards and 59, you see? And look, it connects to the 2/4 from the first of the year to 2/4 again, connecting to this numbers. Are you understanding? And look at this, 840 hours. That's the day Trump gets his head one on 8/4, and you have a crown. It's 840 hours, that amount, that percentage, 35 days. Look at that. And if you still think that's a coincidence, look at this. Elvis, he died on the 228th day of the year, August 16th. August 16th, he died, was the 228th day of the year. But look at this. From the first of the year to 228, the date, 228, not the actual 228th day of the year, but look, it's 59 days. It's 16.16%. Remember I told you about the 2/16s, 16 twos earlier? That's it. From Elvis' birthday to 6/11 is 1,616 days. And look at the numbers, 454. But it's the 59 connection to the 2/16s. Get it? 1616. The reason I'm showing you that is because Elvis died on August 16th, the 228th day of the year. So that's why I was connecting the 59. That's all. Okay. Now I got to put my hand's about to fall off. Hold on, folks. Oh man, my arthritis, folks, so bad. Okay, now you're gonna have your mind blown on this one. All right. If that still wasn't enough for you, just keep watching. This should literally blow your mind when you see this. And if you still can't, if you still don't believe it, then I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. You literally got to be soulless if you can't see what I'm about to show you. Watch. Oh man. Oh, just be patient. It's coming, folks. Wait till you see this. All right. Is anyone not following me? Is everybody okay? I mean, I just want to make sure before I move on here, because what you're about to see should be the final straw. But the final straw. What do they call it? The final straw that broke the camel's back or something. I don't know what they say. But watch. Wait till you see this. All right. I guess nobody's commenting. All right. Anyway, so let's get started. Oh man, my hands, folks, are killing me. My fingers here. All right. So remember, I told you that that Pearl Harbor. Remember, I told you that Pearl Harbor and 9/11 were the two biggest things that happened to America as far as being attacked. It was Pearl Harbor and 9/11, right? Pearl Harbor, look at this, was on 12/7/41, the year. 12/7/41. And by the way, I'm going to not show much on this because I could show you a ton of info on all these connections. But look, the prime numbers for 9/11 2001, because you could say 2001, but we say 2020, 2024, so why not 2001? So 9/11, 20, and 1 equals 41, the total, and the prime numbers are on this side for these numbers. The ninth prime is 23 and so on. It equals 127. So look at the numbers you're seeing: 127 and 41. 127, 41, right? And I've shown this before, but believe me, the good stuff's coming. Hold on. So Pearl Harbor and 9/11 were the two biggest events, and they connect straight to each other. Look at that. Okay. And it also connected to, it's going to connect to 6/11, because look, 9/11, I told you, was 41 and 127, the primes. The 6/11, the sixth prime is 13, the 11th prime is 31. Then if you take the 13 and 31, the 13th prime is 41, the 31st prime is 127. You see, so the 6/11 ended up being the 41 127, which is the 9/11. You see? You see how it all connects, what I'm showing you? So it went from Pearl Harbor, so it connects to Pearl Harbor too. You see what I'm saying? It connects to Pearl Harbor because Pearl Harbor was on 12/7/41. So you have 127/41 right there, right? With the 9/11. And then 13 and 31. And you know what's that Taylor Swift creature? Her favorite numbers are 13 and 31, which I've been showing you guys. You know, six is 13, 11th is 31. 6/11 connects to the 13/31. 13th prime is 41. 31st prime is 127, connects to 9/11, and connects to Pearl Harbor being on 12/7/41. 12/7/41, right? Now watch this. Get ready. Here we go. So from Pearl Harbor Day from Pearl Harbor to the Twin Towers collapse is 9 months, 4 days, or 9 months, 5 days. I mean, can you believe this? So from 12/7. Oh, wait a minute, folks. This can't be right. Hold on. Yeah, it is right. No, that is right. Can you believe that? It is. It's 9 months, 4 days, and 9 months, 5 days. Yeah. That's correct. 12 from 12/7 to 9/11 is 9 months, 4 days, or 9 months, 5 days if you add the day. So are you seeing that? That's from Pearl Harbor attack day to Twin Towers attack. Now watch this. Okay, now watch this. So what's the exact amount of days and years from Pearl Harbor to 9/11? Look at this. Look at that. So from the exact day, from Pearl Harbor Day to 9/11, are you looking at that? 59 years, 9 months, 5 days. And if you don't add the day, it's 9 months, 4 days. But look, it's the 5995. You see what I'm showing you? I mean, come on, man. You've got to be kidding me, right? You see what I'm talking about? And remember, just remember this. You know, I forgot to show this part. I can't believe how stupid I am. So from from the day Elvis was born, I can't believe I forgot to show the most important part. From the day Elvis was born to the day that Pearl Harbor happened, this is the amount of days and years. Hold on. Look, it's 6 years, 11 months from the exact day Elvis was born on January 8th, 1935, to the exact day 12/7/41, the year it happened and everything. It's 6 years, 11 months exactly. So you see what I'm saying? From Elvis's birthday to Pearl Harbor is 6/11. You see? And then from Pearl Harbor Day to 9/11 Day is 59 years, 9 months, 5 days, or 9 months, 4 days. You get what I'm saying, right? This is ridiculous, right? Now wait. So remember, we're talking about the 9495, right? And this is from Pearl Harbor Day to 9/11. It's 9 months, 4 days, 9 months, 5 days. But what about this equation? From 9/4, that's my birthday. 9/4 to Pearl Harbor Day is 94 or 95. What the hell? 94, 95 days if you add the day. Do you see what I'm showing you? Now, folks, if you think these are coincidences, you are seriously messed up in the head. Now, remember, this is from my birthday to Pearl Harbor Day, right? Now, look at this. So from 9/11, what would happen 94, 95 days? It lands on 12/14 because it's George Washington's death date. So from 9/11 to 12/14, it'd be 94, 95 days. And 12/14 is George Washington's death date. And Washington is where Seattle is, okay? Do you understand? They're going to destroy it. And if you went, by the way, I could show you all the 666, 611 connections with all this to these dates, but I'm not going to do that. Look, George Washington's death date was 12/14. If you went 911 days forward, it lands on 6/11. You know, so 12/14, George Washington's death date to 6/11, 911 days. And look at the numbers again. Look at that. 24, 9.59. You see that? And you remember earlier, I showed you that from the first of the year, you go forward 35 days, it lands on 2/4, and it was 9.59%. You see? So it's 24, 9.59% is 911 days. Is 24, 9.59. You see what I'm saying? That's exactly what that is. With 24 days is 9.59%. You see what I'm saying? And 9/5 is the 249th day when you add the day, but it's 248 when you don't add it on a leap year. Anyway, so let me show one more, just a couple more things here, and then we're done. The last few is not that big of a deal, but yeah, exactly. The devil is in the details, exactly. Now watch this. So I told you the O is a crown, right? So I put an O, the letter O, on Elvis Aaron Presley, and I told you what are the numbers that we're talking about is 95 and 59. This is not that big of a deal, but look, I put them to, the crown on Elvis Aaron Presley, then put 95 and 59 into the calculator. Look, it gave me a 666 connection in the first row, which is interesting. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that is interesting because you don't get that very often in the first row. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it's not, look, this is not that big of a deal. If it was up here, it would have been really a big deal. But this is not as important as this one, but it's still important. But anyway, so that was that. Now watch this. So I wonder where because zip code has 5 numbers in it, right? A zip code well, at least in America, I don't know, 5 numbers. So I asked, I go, where is zip code? Let me see first. Let me find out if I tried to do 95. Where is zip code 95059? It doesn't even show. It's I don't know. Is it in California or something? But look at this. So then I say I couldn't find anything. This says San Jose, but I'm not even sure. What is San Jose's area code?
Area code 408, according to DialPad.
That's interesting. The 804 connecting to those numbers. You see. But wait. But listen to this one. So I asked, where is zip code 95590? Look at it. They don't even give it to you. This is so weird, man. But anyway, this is what came up on. You can't really see it, but it's right here. The name, and this is the area code. Look, it's look at the name, Presles. It's almost Presley for the zip code 9559 with a crown. Look at that. I thought that was funny. But anyway, so that's the end of that. But here, this is the last thing I'm going to show you here. So remember that everything is about. Oh, yeah, I forgot to explain. I forgot to tell you the whole reason why the. I'll show that at the very end. I'm going to show that at the very end. The whole purpose of the 9559, what the point was, that I showed in the last video too. But anyway, so remember I was showing you how Tuesday equals 9594, and it's got the connection to the 2, right? And the Tupelo, because they're twins, right? And remember let me just real quick. So what I did was I told you I had to use somebody else's calculator because my calculator doesn't add up numbers. It only adds up words. So look what I did. I showed this in the last video, so just hold on. Look, Elvis was born on 1/8/1935, but I separated all the numbers. I put 1, 8, 1, 9. You know what I mean? You have to add them up all separately. Look what you get when you put Elvis with 1 plus 8 plus 1 plus 9 plus 3 plus 5. Look at that. Look at these numbers, will you? 94 and reverse 95, reduce 49, reduce backwards 59. So that means it's 9-5 backwards, 9-4 backwards, and then you have 9-5 and 9-4. So everything is 9-4 or 9-5, forward and backward. You see that? How ridiculous. And that's just with Elvis and each number, 181935, added up. You know what I mean? I thought that was interesting. And hold on, I'm almost done, folks. This is the end of the road here. And I told you the reason why this is so important, because Tuesday equaled 95-94, remember? Look, when Elvis was born, when Elvis was born, it was a Tuesday. When Elvis died, it was a Tuesday. When 9/11 happened, it was a Tuesday. When 6/11 happens, it's going to be a Tuesday. See that? Look at that. It's all Tuesdays. It's all about the twin. I told you. Look at that. And T. Look at that. 4 T's. Four crosses, folks. Look at that. 4 crosses, 4 T's. 420. Look at that. TT. The Seattle has the double cross. Manhattan has the double cross. The TT. 420. And that's the day he got his crown, 420. Elvis started working at Crown Electric on 420. Can you believe this? Ridiculous. Anyway, so basically I was just showing you the Tuesday thing because that's the most important thing right there. The fact that every one of those things was a Tuesday. Anyway, so this is the reason why the 9 and 5 is so important, okay, folks? Because 9 and 5 are the only two numbers that equal the same. I'm talking about, when you're just the individual numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the only ones that equal the same, 9 and 5. Do you get what I'm saying? 9 equals 5. 5 equals 9. That's why it has to happen on a 5-9-9-5 connection. And that's why the Beirut bombing happened on the 59th birthday of Obama, and then the 95th is the 95 connection, which I showed with all the connections, and MLK turns 95, and you know all that king connections. And why is this important? Besides it being the same number, see, look, it's the word twin backwards. 5 and 9 equals the word twin backwards. Twin equals 6621 backwards, 4224. This is 4224, 6621. See, it's the connection to the twin, and it's the 9 and 5 are the twin numbers. You see what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, how does this happen if it's not connected? There's no way. After what I showed you in this video, how could you not understand this? That it's all about the destroying the twin. Okay. And like I said, I could show you tons of info, folks, on the Elvis. This is the last thing I'm gonna show because I'm just doing things on the fly now. But I told you that it's all about killing the twin. And what happened on 9/11 was the Twin Towers went down, right? And they resurrected one, right? And I was the first one to show that you remember I told you Pearl Harbor happened on 12/7, and what buildings fell on 9/11? 1, 2, and 7. And I just showed you all the connections with that, right? Earlier. But anyway, on 9/11, the Twin Towers fell and they resurrected one, right? The main towers, the ones that look like an 11. Um, and Jesse, he spelled his name with an I, right, Jesse? And so I'm being sloppy because like I said, I wasn't going to show this. So Elvis equals 67, Jesse equals 67. And look, from Elvis' birthday to 9/11, because it wasn't a leap year, it was 247 days. If it was a leap year, it'd be 248. But look, it's 67.67%. And look, Elvis equals 67, Jesse equals 67, their name. 60, and they destroyed the twin towers, you understand? It like I said, you can't have this many coincidences and not but the 9495 thing is just off the charts, folks. And folks, I'm not even showing you all the connections with me and all that. I still have more to show. But I just tried to make it as simple as possible, at the same time showing all the most important connections. Anyway. Um, you know what? Can you ask me those questions another time? But yeah, I don't want to get into a whole discussion about that. But as far as it being organic, the numbers, I don't think so. Some of them are, yeah. Some, and I'll explain to you why. Because see, when you have the first connection, then everything else fits into place. See, that's why. You understand what I'm saying? So if you know what a certain amount of days is going to work out, um, like I'll give you an example. Like let's say you were trying to go 911 days forward, so that means that that would be like 2.5 years or whatever into the third year. So what I'm saying is, so then what would be the second year? Would let's say it was 500 something days. Then the other year was 247 days. Well, I mean, 254 days is 9/11, right? 254th, then the next time 365 days later. So what I'm saying is, if you know the first one, then everything's gonna match after that, and you can just script it to what you want. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure if it's organic or not. No, I can't see how it could be when you consider that uh, just the just the sheer coincidence of it all. It's just how, you know. How could it be? I just can't see it. You know, when you consider all the weird things that connect with Elvis, him being the king, him dying on the toilet is the throne, and what was he doing? Reading a book called The Scientific Search for the Face of Jesus, because it's mockery. He was known as the king, sitting on the throne, dies on the throne, the toilet, and he's reading a book about Jesus. You know, not the Bible, but about Jesus. So you understand what I'm saying? Um, so it's just too much, Him having the connection to the needle, the Space Needle, and the Space Needle's in Seattle, and he was the first famous person to have anything to do with the needle, and he was also the first famous person to take a needle on live television. And did on Bill Gates' first birthday. Bill Gates is born in Seattle, next to the needle. You know what I mean? And the year Elvis took the needle, there was a horse in horse racing that almost won the Triple Crown that year. His name was Needles. The same year Elvis took the needle, you know. And the year Elvis died, again in horse racing. Why am I bringing up horse racing? Because horse racing is a sport of kings. That's what it's called. And in that same year Elvis died, there was a horse called Seattle Slew that won the Triple Crown on June 11th. It's all about death. That was a ritual. Slew Seattle. Get it? Slew means to violently kill. They're going to destroy this place. And they did it the year Elvis died. They did the ritual in horse racing. A horse called Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown. And he did it on June 11th, the same year Elvis died, in 1977. Yeah, exactly. That twin's got to go. Um, oh, yeah, the Alcatraz breakout was in June 11th? Now, that I don't remember ever talking about. I mean, I talked about that story, but I don't remember it being June 11th. When was the escape from Alcatraz? The date?
June 11th, 1962.
That's crazy.
According to ABC 7 News, the three men in question are convicted.
That's insane. Where's Alcatraz located?
Alcatraz Island is at San Francisco, California, 94133.
Look at that, 94133. Huh. What is the telephone number for Alcatraz Island?
Alcatraz Island can be contacted at 415-561-4900.
Huh. Interesting. That's a good catch. And because and they had to go through water, right? Well, you know what? Listen, I'll answer your question quickly about yes, my supposed wife, who's going to be my ex-wife soon. The because we don't get along. But uh, what was I saying? I came. Oh, she used to be fascinated with it before we ever met. But yeah, she's just she's jaded. You know what I mean? From it, she doesn't appreciate exactly the whole reason why I'm not with her. She doesn't appreciate me at all. You know what I mean? Anyway, God bless all of you, and but she still has time to repent and get on the right track, and you know there's still hope, but it's a very slim chance. I mean, super slim chance that we'll ever be together again. But anyway, um, we'll we'll talk about this another time. I'm gonna have to probably do this whole video over again with a little less. Maybe I'll do like a part one and a part two or something to make it easier to you know focus on one thing. Yeah, look, she's in the chat. Yeah, look, hey, look at this. My supposed wife is in the chat. Uh, you still have time to repent, you know. Anyway, but your time is running out. That's all I'm telling you. Anyway, the fact that you still have a wrench is me showing mercy. I should take away your wrench. Anyway, God bless all of you. And pray for my wife. Really, I'm serious. She needs, like, she's like demonically possessed. I'm serious. You need to pray for her. And I mean, it's not funny, but it's just, what can you do? I've tried my best. Yeah. There's only so much I can do. Only God can help her now. Anyway. No. 7 it's the one with the name 7. That's my wife. The one with the wrench is my wife. The one named 7. Anyway, all right, folks. Like I said, listen here, 7. You still have a chance to repent. All right, so repent before it's too late for that wicked heart of yours. Anyway. No, she doesn't. If she did, believe me, I wouldn't be by myself if that was the truth. If she loved me, I wouldn't be here right now, trust me. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, make sure you thumb up the video, folks. All right, because I think I'm gonna leave this video up at least for a while, and then I'm probably gonna redo this video right before 9/11 again. So make sure you thumb up the video, okay? And make sure you comment under the comment section. All right. Anyway, God bless all of you for participating and being patient through the information. All right. Anyone who got in late, make sure you watch the whole thing from beginning to end, okay? Yeah, I appreciate that. God bless all of you. And yes, pray for everyone in the chat, not just for me, not just for my wife, everybody. A general prayer for everyone. Okay? And yeah, I appreciate the kind words. And now there's the troll. But don't pray for that troll. He's gonna burn in hell because he's a reprobate. There's no hope for them. There's a troll always calling me a troll. And no, that's not my wife. That's just a troll. But yes, yes. No, this video is gonna stay up for a long time, but I'm probably gonna redo it again in the future because I want to make it more precise. I don't think I was enthusiastic enough. All right. Anyway, all right. God bless all of you. Jesus is God. End of video. What the? What am I doing?